Hey guys, I'm Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my October wrap-up. The first book I read was How to Think Like a Cat. This was a self-help book focused on instilling wisdom and tips from the lifestyle of a cat. I understand what the author was going for, but I feel he was reaching some of the time. It's a cute idea, but not fantastically executed. The next book I read was Gravity Falls Cinestory comic. This is a graphic novel detailing the first 3 episodes of Gravity Falls. I had such a fun experience doing voices for each character. Given that, as well as this being one of my favorite shows, 5 out of 5. The next book I read was Evermore. I picked this book up because I read Radiance last month, and Evermore is the first sister, and Radiance is about the younger sister. Evermore is a love story about a high school girl and a mysterious boy who transforms her life. At least, that's what the author wants us to think. In actuality, this is about a depressed, traumatized girl who, along with her new cursed abilities, is constantly gaslit and given mixed signals by her dreamy man. The first 50% was quite boring, but the mystery kept me somewhat engaged. This was a reread, and funny enough, it gets the same rating as last time, 2 out of 5. Next up, I read Royal Valentine. This is a hidden identity romance between a book lover and a secret royal. I feel the betrayal and deception of the guy wasn't properly addressed. If anything, it was swept under the rug with a, "You love him, so shut up." It was short, but not sweet. The next book I read was The 100. This book was on my TBR for forever, like 8 years, since 2014, so it's been a while. So 100 juveniles are sent to Earth after 300 years in space. I was so pleasantly surprised with this book. I really liked it. The survival aspect and encountering Earth for the first time was very well done. I liked Glass, Bellamy, and Luke. Wells can choke. Next book I read was Rule Number 1, You Can't Date the Coach's Daughter. So this is a forbidden romance between the quarterback and the coach's daughter. While the story had some sweet moments and lines, it was quite lackluster. The romance wasn't believable and the side characters sucked. It was a waste of my time. The last book I read was Rule Number 2, You Can't Crush on Your Sworn Enemy. This is an enemies to lovers romance between a delinquent and the valedictorian. This book was very enjoyable. I flew through it. Besides the third act conflict, the characters communicated effectively, which was very refreshing. The writing quality was lacking, but overall this was a cute romance. In addition to the books I read, I also had 3 DNFs. I did not finish I'm Glad My Mom Died. I still plan on reading it, but I just couldn't finish it in October. Next book I didn't finish was Everything's Okay. What happened with this one is, after finishing Rule Number 1, You Can't Date the Coach's Daughter, I was going through quite the TV show hangover with the Owl House because the new episode came out, and it was like I just couldn't do much, and I was just down in the dumps. So I was looking at Hoopla, and there was this graphic novel that was about the author's experience with depression and anxiety, and I thought maybe that could help. It really bummed me out even worse, so I did have to set it aside. And the third DNF was Rule Number 3, You Can't Kiss Your Best Friend. So while I didn't like the first book of this series, but I did like the second, I thought maybe it would be worth it to give this one a try. It really wasn't captivating me. It was quite a drag to start with, so I stopped at 12% into the book. But actually, I was just kind of curious about what was going to happen at the end, so I kind of skipped all the way to near the end, and it was so good that I did that because it was so not worth it. So I'm glad I didn't fully finish it, even though now I know the ending. Alright, so those are all the books I read or attempted to read in the month of October. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please be sure to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. It would really help and support me. See you guys next time. Bye!